Welcome, subscribers and guests. You're listening to DoublePlusMedia News. Let's go.
Pitchfork.com. Joni Mitchell says she's removing her music from Spotify in solidarity with Neil Young. Joni Mitchell has said she's removing her work from Spotify in solidarity with Neil Young's decision to do the same this week. Pitchfork has contacted Spotify for comment. The singer-songwriter posted a statement on her website Friday night. Commentary. I just can't agree with this. You don't like the platform, then leave. Everyone always criticizes those that are skeptical of the vaccine, but none of them can adequately explain how it works and how it's safe. My research into the vaccine has told me it's safe, but it took a lot of digging. I was finally convinced by Robert Malone, one of the founding creators of mRNA technology, after I heard about him from the Joe Rogan podcast. Trying to block information with threats is dumb. Why not talk about where you disagree and ask for some discussion and debate about the points? Then we can get to the bottom of opinion versus fact. Associated Press. Tiger King Joe Exotic sentenced to 21 years in prison. A federal judge has resentenced quote-unquote Tiger King Joe Exotic to 21 years in prison on Friday, reducing his punishment by just a year despite pleas from the former zookeeper for leniency as he begins treatment for early-stage cancer. Quote, "Please don't make me die in prison waiting for a chance to be free," unquote. He tearfully told a federal judge who resentenced him on a murder-for-hire charge. Commentary. No, Joe. If you watch the first season only, like me, this seems tragic, because Joe always seems like a gullible stooge for others. However, a gullible stooge that is willing to engage in murder for hire probably shouldn't be out in the public. But you can't keep a tiger caged. That's a crime against nature, mama. NBC. Long Island nurses make $1.5 million in fake vaccine card scam. 2 nurses working on Long Island are accused of forging official COVID-19 vaccination cards and entering the information into New York's statewide database, a scheme that allegedly brought in over $1.5 million. The pair allegedly forged vaccine cards, charging $220 for adults and $85 for children. Commentary. Okay, let's do some quick maths. So this works out to about 7,000 adult cards or 18,000 kid cards. I mean, this is pretty understandable and goes back to my point before. With misinformation and censoring information, you get distrust and hesitancy. If you can't explain how it's safe to a child, don't expect someone to just inject it into their bodies if it's not life-saving. Which, if Omicron is like the flu, it's not necessarily life-saving. But it could be possible that Omicron creates heart problems long-term. The vaccine also has adverse effects. It's hard to be confident when you don't know what the full risks are. Macon.com. Nurse at scene of lotto mart robbery allegedly stole tickets as clerk lay dead or dying. A nurse who was a patron inside a Houston County video poker and lottery shop last week when it was robbed by a trio of armed bandits is now accused of stealing lottery tickets from the store. In the moments after its clerk was mortally wounded, Lakeisha McGee, 43, Bonaire, was arrested Monday on charges of theft by taking and tampering with evidence. Commentary. Savage. That person shot, they'll be fine. But I'm sure this is my only chance to get some of those $2 winners. How we doing out there, folks? If you watched the video, the nurse was under duress, had also just been robbed. Also, this place was a dive, where you'd go if you only had a few straws left. I say, no harm, no foul. ABC. Moderna launches clinical trial for HIV vaccine that uses mRNA technology used in COVID shot. COVID vaccine tech tested for use with other diseases. We are proud to announce that the first participant has been dosed in the phase 1 study of mRNA 1644, our experimental HIV candidate. Commentary. If you have doubts about mRNA, listen to Robert Malone talk about his work on the mRNA technology. On the Intellectual People's podcast, though I don't find it very intellectual, he took the vaccine himself, and he talks about weighing benefits to drawbacks. With COVID, we don't know the full effects. With mRNA, we have a closer idea to the effects. Both remain a bit of a mystery long-term, but both produce spike proteins. However, you can get more control with the vaccine. MLive.com. Kid Rock threatens to cancel any concert on his tour if there's COVID-19 protocols. Kid Rock says he won't perform anywhere on his 2022 quote-unquote bad reputation tour if there are COVID-19 protocols in place. Rock made the announcement in a video on his Facebook page ahead of tickets to his tour going on sale at 10 a.m. today. Commentary. I was going to put this in the same camp as the Joni Mitchell and Neil Young stories, but never mind. It has some similarities, but Joni Mitchell and Neil Young want to take away someone else's art from Spotify, whereas Kid Rock is only trying to take away his own art. People who present ultimatums are wrong and are lacking flexible thinking and problem solving. The world is complex. We can have complex answers. The Joe Rogan podcast is what led me to accepting vaccinations. It's not always as clear cut as you think. Thanks for listening, and a double plus thanks for likes, comments, and subscribers.